to the Dealer's Toolbox, a series where we share best practices for running a successful dealership. I'm Allison Miller, and I'm a sales engineer here at IDS. Before joining IDS, I was the controller, COO, and general manager of a multi-location RV dealership. Now I'm excited to share with you what I've learned. In this episode of the DMS 101 series, I'll give you some practical tips on how to make the most of your current dealer management software. Now let's go through your dealership, department by department, and look at some ways you can leverage your DMS. First of all, starting off in accounting, let's make sure that your team has the training that it needs to fully understand and utilize your DMS system. This is going to help you maintain clean records, accurate financial statements, and it's also going to help to understand your customer records as well and know exactly how much your customers owe you or you owe them at any given point in time. In the sales and F&I department, leverage integrations with lenders. This cuts down on the amount of time it takes to enter customer information into your system. It eliminates duplicate data entry as well as the errors associated with that. And then also managing leads with pairing a customer with a unit, being notified that a unit becomes available. Fully leverage all of these different features to save your team time and make them more effective. In the service department, utilize service scheduling to make sure that you have the right amount of customers on the lot at any given time. Set your team up for success and set your customers up to be satisfied. Work order status updates and notifications are pivotal to making sure that you have an accurate understanding of where everything stands at any given point in time. So make sure that your team has the training and the processes in place to fully utilize those and do so accordingly. This is going to improve communication with sales and parts by using status notifications and updates. And it's also going to allow you to proactively reach out to your customers to do things like upsell winterizations and de-winterizations or sealants. Also, be sure to leverage RECT reporting. For those who don't know, RECT is the repair event cycle times. So this tracks how long it takes from when a service unit gets on your lot to when the repair is complete. Utilize that reporting and industry reports to identify bottlenecks within your organization to make your operations run smoother. And then lastly, track and manage mechanic efficiency. Whether you're paying mechanics on an efficiency basis or not, it's helpful for management to know who's performing and at what level. Again, to identify bottlenecks or perhaps opportunities for training. Within parts and inventory, I would say the most critical thing is making sure you know what you have and where. This is where you can utilize cycle counts. So rather than waiting until the end of the year to do one big inventory count, utilize cycle counts throughout the year. It can be done daily, monthly, quarterly, to make sure that you are tracking along with your system, your physical inventory, and what you have recorded in your DMS at all times. Also, be sure to manage obsolete and aging inventory. This one can really cost dealerships a lot of money when they find that they've got inventory on hand that just isn't selling and it's beyond the return window. By actively managing obsolete and aging inventory, you can return things within the vendor's allowed period of time and recoup some of your expense and spend it on things that are actually going to sell. You can do this by setting mins and max levels to streamline the ordering process and to identify when you are overstocked in something. The last thing is to leverage any key vendor integrations that are available to make the ordering process more streamlined and easier for your employees. Within the marketing department, you can track lead generation and tie it to marketing campaigns so that you can understand what your ROI is from your marketing efforts. This will help you to budget for marketing purposes and really identify the benefit of your marketing efforts. You can leverage tools like setting automated messages to engage your customers and prospects, whether it be a newsletter, it could be a targeted campaign for somebody looking for something specific. You can leverage those automated messages that take very little time on your staff's part, but can have a big impact in communicating with customers and prospects. And then also building your online reputation through collecting feedback, getting testimonials. This can be soliciting Google reviews or adding snippets to your website from satisfied customers. You can really leverage that to make sure that you're making the most of your marketing spend. Another way that you can leverage your DMS is through its reporting, and this is across all departments. So you can leverage things like dashboard views, especially if you're in a management role where you want to see a high-level summary of what's going on. At the department level, managers should leverage reports to monitor the daily operations of their staff. So rather than having to ask everyone what the status of everything is, being able to have day-to-day reports that you can look at each morning and know exactly what customers are on the lot, who's off the lot, what's delivering that week, what parts are on order, all of these things depending on what your area of responsibility is. By leveraging reporting, you can also pinpoint inefficiencies at the department level and the individual level, looking at things like mechanic efficiency, looking at how many open work orders each service advisor has. They might need to rebalance their workload and things like that. And then the last thing is identifying opportunities for growth. So if you see that somebody, one department or one individual is performing really well, you can leverage their success and help translate that to training and opportunities for other staff members to give them the same opportunities and expand your success within that department. When leveraging your DMS properly, you're creating a consistent and positive customer experience throughout every part of your dealership. And you're also making it easier for employees to be successful in their job. That's it for this video. Hopefully I've given you some ideas for how you can do more with your DMS. Stay tuned with our next video in the DMS 101 series, where I'll share some best practices on how to leverage your DMS across multiple locations. If you want to be notified when the next video is released, subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell under the video. Bye for now.